Hey everyone, welcome to episode 131, episode 2 for the day actually. Steven, can you help me out on my phone here, my iPhone? Can you cue me up? How's it going everyone? Coming back to you guys live once again today, doing 2 for 1, 2 episodes in one day. How about that? Getting kind of fancy. I'm doing this actually because I missed an episode on Wednesday. I did not go live for you guys Wednesday, and I want to make up for that, so I'm going 2 live episodes today. I did episode 100... let's see, 130 earlier in the morning, opening up some Miller's albums. Oh, thanks, man. Hold on one second. Are you sticking around? Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I'll just use this. Awesome. Sweet. Angela Ben Adams is watching. Hey, Keandra, help me out. Girl, I love you, by the way, and for some reason I always struggle with remembering how to pronounce your name properly. So is it Key or Kai? Keandra or Keandra? Help me out, girl, because I don't want to botch it every time that I say hi to you, and I feel like I do deep down inside. You guys, welcome to episode 131 of Six Figure Live. My name's Ben Hartley. Oh, come on now. Let's pause this shit. Sorry, Dropbox was syncing. I got to pause it. It was causing some lag here. Good old Dropbox. Okay, cool. Sweet. We're good. You guys, welcome to episode 131 of Six Figure Live. I'm Ben Hartley with Style and Story Creative, Six Figure Photography. I do these live videos for you every damn day, Monday through Friday, because we need it. Because I need it, to be quite honest. Half the time I do this for myself because running a business is hard. It's hard isolated. It's hard alone. A lot of us are doing this at our homes, our apartments. Sometimes we have spouses, and that's awesome, but it's still challenging. It's hard because we're also husbands, and we're wives, and we're parents, and we're working part-time and full-time, and we're trying to do everything. We're the photographers, the editors, the marketers, the entrepreneurs, at this time it's tax season. We're doing it all, and I want to help to give you some of that direction, inspiration, motivation to say, we can do this, to come alongside you guys in any way, shape, and form. So that's what I do. I missed an episode on Wednesday, and so I wanted to fulfill my promise to come to you guys daily and do 2 episodes today. So Cole's in the house as well. Cayenne Pepper, nice. Keandra, thank you. Keandra. Oh man, I'm still gonna fuck with me, girl. Keandra. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for helping me out, Keandra. You guys, the other reason I love it is the fact that exactly what happened. I just got to have a little mini conversation with my friend, right? And you got so say hi. I freaking love that. Talk to me. It means the world. You guys, here's the deal. A couple things are happening here that I want to remind you guys of, and then I got to just talk about something for a hot second that's so important, it's so critical, and I know a lot of us are feeling it. So here's the deal. 2 quick things. I did a training on bridal shows. I attempted to go live with this training, and the program that I tried to do that with just completely failed on me. And so anyhow, I sent everyone who registered for that bridal show training a link. There's also a link, I believe, there's a video down below on the Six Figure Photography page on Facebook that I announced it. There's also a link to it there. If you want to try to get in on that, you can kind of bypass the registration process and go there. But just so you guys know, it's going down. It might be going down tonight or tomorrow night, but it's going to be going away. And so get a chance to check it out, because all the feedback everyone has been giving me has been really freaking awesome. They're like, finally, something that's incredibly practical about this shit. So yeah, there's a link right there for you guys. Check that out. It's going away today. The other quick thing is I'm not going to harp on this at all, but for those of you who are aware, I have an entire video course called Booked, and it's also going away tonight at midnight. It's the last time you're going to have to get it, probably for another 6 months. And when it comes out again in 6 months, I actually have to raise the price. I charge too little for it, it turns out. It's one of those things where I'm like, anyhow, to actually run it and make it all happen, the price has to go up. So anyhow, in 6 months, it's going to be more, but it's going away tonight at midnight. Get on it. The other reason I've got to charge more for it is because I'm just going to keep it, it's kind of my baby at this point. I'm just going to keep making it better. It's going to continue to get updated, upgraded, new videos all the time. So I want you guys to know about it. It's called Booked 2.0, the ultimate guide to getting photography clients. It's ending at midnight, so check that out. Angela has a question. If a lead doesn't book you, do you ever ask them why, or do you just move on? Hey, Angela, it's not Q&A Friday, but I love answering questions, girl. Thanks for asking. There's sometimes that I do and there's sometimes that I don't. A lot of times, if I've already met with them, like if I've met with a lead for a pre-consultation and then they don't book me, a lot of times they'll explain why. It's usually, you're at a price point, we hired another photographer. There has been times when I've asked, hey, what photographer did you decide to go with? I'm curious if you don't mind sharing. But for the most part, our pipeline is so full, the amount of leads that we have is so full that I don't sweat it too much. But I think it's helpful. I actually do. I think it's helpful to understand why people don't book, why people don't buy, so that way you can fix it down the road. The challenge is, how do you do that in a way that's not intrusive, that's not suggesting you're annoyed, all that kind of stuff. I just think you have to be really genuine and honest about it, and hopefully you have that type of relationship. That's why I would only do it with someone that I've actually met with, and to be quite honest, I'd probably do it over the phone if you've already met with them and spent 2 hours together in person, or email. But you just got to be genuine about it. You got to be real. You got to make sure that if you're going to do that, you have to start with the fact that they're completely off the hook. You're like, be happy for them. They're going to take great care of you, whoever you decide to go with. Just so I can help better serve my future clients, may I ask, is there a reason, why you didn't decide to go with us, if they don't tell you? But it's a great thing to understand how you can better serve people and how you can get better. So the next challenge then is to not beat yourself up over it. Because if they say, I think I could get a better photographer, you got to own that shit and then become a better photographer. Okay, cool. Hopefully that helps Angela a little bit. Maybe Angela, if you're in the mastermind group, maybe you can drop that question down in there and I can give you a better, maybe write out an actual thought out request for how you could go about that. You guys, here's the deal. I got a email from a photographer. And I wanted to talk about this with you guys because I felt this in the past. I know that many photographers, many of you have felt this in the past, whether it be with your photography. Let's just be real. Maybe it's with a relationship. Maybe it's with some other avenue of life. Maybe it's with your other part-time job or whatever. But we'll focus up with photography. I got an email from a photographer, and I love trying to understand what are the biggest challenges that we face as an industry. What are the biggest challenges that we face individually? And a photographer emailed me, and she says, Ben, thanks for asking me about my biggest challenge. To be quite honest with you, right now, I just want to give up. I just want to throw in the towel. I just want to give up on photography. She's like, I don't have any other request or like suggestion, but you asked. And so I answered. And so I just want to give up. And so look, I guess I wanted to talk about this for a minute because we all hit these points. We all hit these points where we want to give up. I've hit this point multiple times with photography. I've hit it with six figure, just to be quite real with you. I'm like, is this even worth it? Is anyone listening? Am I helping? You've hit this with relationships. You just want to throw in the towel. You want to give up. I get it. And so I want to talk about this because there's 4 questions I want to kind of work through with you guys. And I want you to write these down because if you haven't felt this, you fucking will. You get that, right? Like it's great having a business, but it's hard as hell to have a business. It's tough shit. Like, let's be real. It's really incredibly challenging. It's really rewarding, but it's really challenging. And the hard days come. And so when you hit that wall, then you just feel like you want to give up. I want to ask you these questions. For starters, why did you start in the first place? I think when we hit the wall and we want to give up, we're kind of down this tunnel vision and all around us is just bullshit, right? And all we can see is bullshit and it's black and white. And I want to try to encourage you to remember, why did you start in the first place? And literally write it out. Like, why did you actually begin? Because the answers could be various, right? But it's going to begin to help you to understand what you actually want. So why did you begin photography? Did you begin starting a wedding photography business because you wanted like the hope of more money? Like, hey, wedding seems to be where I can make some money. Did you start a wedding photography business because of the freedom that you hoped it would give you to own your own business with freedom? Was it to work with great people like brides and grooms and to photograph people on their day? Was it because of art, photography itself? You're like, man, this whole photography thing is pretty cool. I might be a wedding photography. Why did you start your photography business? Really think back to what caused you to jump in on this and write it down. And then do this. What do you want right now? What do you want right now that you're not getting? Okay, ask yourself that question. In the midst of everything that's happening, what do you want that you're not getting? Do you want more money and you're not getting it? Do you want more freedom and you're not getting it? Do you want your weekends back and you're just not getting it and you're ready to throw in the towel? Are you tired of working with clients who are pulling you around and they're being jerks and you're not getting it? Do you want more time with your kids and you're not getting it? Do you want the perception of running a successful business and it's not happening? Like what do you want? Do you want to not have the stress on your back of having to book out your entire year and you're not getting it? So what do you want that you're just not getting yet? Okay, write that down. Really brainstorm this. Like, man, what in my life right now is not occurring that's just making me want to throw in the towel? What am I not actually getting out of this that I thought I was going to? Third question, you need to reverse engineer that shit. You do. If you want clients and you're not getting them, understand that, isolate it, and now we need to reverse engineer it. If you want clients and that's not what's getting, what do you need to do to actually acquire that? And then focus every ounce of you in on that, or at least list out every possible thing. Do you need to be attending a workshop that's all about clients? Do you need to be, Two Man Studios. Two Man does a workshop all about creativity, right? All about mastering the creative aspect of your work. And like us as a studio, we're looking at our work, we love it, it's good, we like it, but we want it better, and we're not getting that. And so we're like dialed in on that in 2017. We're going to be pouring a lot of attention to that. We're going to go and take the workshop with Two Man. What do you want that you're not getting? And then what do you need to get it? Do you need to spend more time with your kids? Do you want more freedom? That might mean you're going to need to shoot less weddings. What do you need to do to shoot less weddings? You probably need to charge more money per wedding so that way you can still get the money. Maybe you need to work a part-time job. Maybe your husband or spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend needs to go to work. I don't know. Maybe you need to cut the amount of expenditures that you have in your life. Maybe Netflix needs to go out the fucking door, right? What do you need to do to get what you want? And then the last question is this: is it worth it? And be like in that last question, what do you need to do? Like list out every possible thing, right? If you want freedom, it's going to mean you need to charge more money. It's going to mean you might need to, again, cut your expenses. Maybe you need to look into other alternatives. And is it worth it for you to do that? Are the sacrifices worth it? And one thing that I want to remind you guys of is, look, I think as a society at large, we have a hard time going backwards in life. We have a hard time kind of throwing things in reverse. And what I mean is this: as soon as we've acquired something in our life, let's say it's the new iPhone 6, right? It's the new iPhone 6 that comes with the $132 bill monthly. As soon as we acquire this in our life and it's now entered, we have a hard time going in reverse. And I want to remind you of that, because if happiness is in reverse, then fucking screw your iPhone 6 and pump the brakes and go in reverse, right? If you're wanting to spend more time with your kids and you need more freedom, but you can't jack your prices all the way up just yet and shoot less weddings, maybe you need to start bringing your costs down in your life. Maybe you need to start cutting your monthly expenses. Maybe Netflix does need to go out the door. Maybe your iPhone does need to go out the door, right? But that means going in reverse, and that's tough. But if happiness is on the other end, let me remind you, that's it. You got one life. If happiness is on the other end, I don't think happiness is here, right? Or on whatever it is. Maybe it's a house. Maybe you need to go in reverse and not have a mortgage. Maybe you need to rent. Maybe you need to move in with some friends. But I think it's hard for us to do that. It's hard for us to do that. But happiness is there. You guys ask yourself those four questions, right? Why did you start in the first place? What do you want that you're not getting? Why are you wanting to throw in the towel? What do you want that you're not getting? What do you need to do to actually get that? List it all out. What do you need to do? And then, is it worth it? Are all those things worth it? Ask yourself. And because I can't tell you the answer. I can't tell the answer to this girl. She wants to give up. I don't know what to tell her, because I can't go through that. I can't ask her if it's worth it. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth it, and she should give up. And that's okay. But there's some serious soul searching that you have to do at that point. When you ask yourself those four questions, there's some serious soul searching at the end. And that's all we can do. So anyhow, that's what's up, you guys. I felt like I wanted to put that out there because I felt that I've had these thoughts, I've had these feelings. It's very normal, by the way. It's like super normal to have these thoughts and experiences and feelings. And so, like, look, you're not alone if you have that. Work through this shit. I think, for me, it's worth it. For me, it's worth it. When I went through this stuff, and every time I've asked myself, is six-figure photography, is doing all this stuff, is it worth the cost? Is it worth the cost? I've always gotten to the end and said, yeah, you know what it is. Style & Story Creative, the studio that I run, the business, is it worth the cost? Yes. Look, let's be real again. Relationships. Sometimes relationships get hard, and when I look back at it, is it worth the cost? You better believe it's been worth the cost for me. So anyhow, okay, you guys, I love you all. I just want you to know I appreciate you. I appreciate all the emails, and I appreciate you guys showing up and asking questions and expressing gratitude and patience and grace for me and for each other. And so anyhow, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Dude, can I just let you guys know tomorrow's Q&A Friday? And it's going to be the busiest Q&A Friday I've ever had. In my inbox, I probably have about 56 questions already baked in, okay, for Q&A Friday. The way I do this is every single, hold on, why we lag up here? There we go. Q&A Fridays tomorrow. I've got 56 questions already asked, already in my inbox. There's no possible way, just be real, I'm going to be able to get them all done. And so it's probably going to have to roll over to a Q&A Monday. But ask me questions, show up. I want to be there for you guys. The bridal show training that I did, I wanted to do a Q&A live with you guys. I think I'm going to just postpone that to probably Monday because I want to get everyone who's seen it to get a chance to watch it. And then maybe I'll try to schedule an actual time with everyone. I'll put it in the group so that way people can mark it off on the calendar. I'll just do it on Facebook Live so that way we don't have any issues. And so that's about it. Anyhow, thanks you guys. Work hard this weekend. Spend time with your family this weekend. Do it all, right? Do it all. Spend time with your kids till 8 p.m. when they go down. And then from 8:30 to 2 a.m., you get this shit done. Cheers, you guys. Bye.